Hi all, Kyber1 here, and today we're going to do a bit of a flip through of a book. It's sort of a review, sort of an overview. And this is why. Fallout, Wasteland Warfare, role-playing game, tabletop storytelling in the Wasteland by Modifius. Yes, it's Modifius, so instantly it's got a bit of an edge above other games. However, that's where we get into the problem. Because this is Wasteland Warfare, it requires Fallout Wasteland Warfare dice to play, sold separately. So they're trying to sell you on it, and they do have their custom dice out there. I'm pretty sure if you could look at the sides of the dice and things like that, you would be able to use standardized dice if you make your own little chart for it. So let's begin. Okay. War. War never changes. In the ashes of civilization, warring factions struggle against horrific creatures, irradiated wastes, and human nature itself. Make your way in this hostile world towards the ultimate goal, survival. The Fallout Wasteland Warfare role-playing game brings all the excitement and adventure of the war game to tabletop role-playing. Explore the world of Fallout, from sea to glowing sea. I love that. Encountering factions, settings, and settlements from your favorite Fallout experiences. Your group will make choices that can change the balance of the power in the wasteland, winning you allies or creating bitter enemies in the world over. Why do I do that? Threats wait in every blasted street in Brokenwood. The vaults are opening. The Brotherhood of Steel are on the march. The Enclave stamp their jack boots. Boots. Weird. Observed from the ruined buildings by lurking Institute Siths, raiders twitch and slash their way along overgrown streets that echo with the roars of super mutants. Mutated beasts hiss and stab from their burrows, slinking back from the shadows of prowling death claws, the only hope of making it to survive and thrive is with your group of companions at your side, fighting to shape this new world for better or worse. I know I stumbled there a bit, and I usually do, because reading aloud is not my strong suit. So, forge a path through the wasteland and discover your own stories in the world of Fallout. Standalone RPG expansion designed to work with Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Guidelines for new and experienced GMs alike, examples of how to run adventures, and advice on creating scenarios and campaigns. A character-focused narrative card system lets you use all Fallout Wasteland Warfare cards and items with interchangeable character mats for massive player choice and mutability. An introductory campaign, Parzival and the Wasteland Knights, to get players acclimated to the rules and world of Fallout and its denizens. Requires Fallout Wasteland Warfare dice to play, sold separately. That's funny, I've never seen dice involved in this, but they have to state that anyways. Alright, so let us begin with our page through. Thank you for putting up with me so far on this journey. Okay, so Modifius Entertainment presents a ZeniMax game by Bethesda. Okay, so this is like Fallout with less glitches. I had to say it, come on, guys. And the best part is you don't need to subscribe to anything or pay for anything to mod this. Yeah, that's right. All the mods are DIY. for this version. And it doesn't require any coding knowledge to do. All right. I like the color of this paper, like the feel, the aesthetic. It's got a bookmark in there. Instant thumbs up. Yeah, I don't require... Where is... I don't see the MSRP. My sister bought this for me for my birthday, which was recent. The art, though, is actually the models, so that's not too bad considering they're trying to directly tie it to the Wasteland Warfare role-playing game, or tabletop war game. So I don't like how much the stuff costs for unpainted miniatures. And I mean, I like the idea of unpainted miniatures for those who are involved. Once again, great art reminds you of the actual video game. You have these little tips. That's an excellent little thing. And a lot of this book is dedicated to what the world of Fallout is, and, you know, the type of creatures in it. Like, what are Brahmin? What are Deathclaws? What are ghouls? Mirelurks? And it's got 1, 2, 3 different locations. But honestly, you guys are adults, well, most of you. And so you see the M rating on the game, and you understand that means, well, you know, like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Fallout 76. And that means, since you guys are adults, you can play wherever you want. So, I've been waiting for Fallout Seattle forever. And I get to do that myself. Once again, the mods are free. And you remember that Fallout Miami trailer you keep seeing that is unavailable on the consoles? Now you can play it in here. So, let's move on. Alright, we have Automatons of the Wasteland, Survivors, Surviving Together, Vault Tech by your side. Like, you have to love how they use Pip-Boy in this, because it is so tonally correct for what they are going for. The Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, that's right. All the technology is ours. Okay? And then you have conflicts and all sorts of stuff in there. Raiders and their tactics, their territories, their different factions. Super mutants and, like, the differences between East Coast and West Coast. Like, and then how you have super mutant tactics, variations on super mutants, the Enclave. Yeah, John Henry Eden for president, you know, because they attack you every time they see you, jerks. And then you have the Institute. And then creating a character. Now, this part's pretty cool. I have a mild complaint about it. And so choose your starting archetype card, which can be found on pages 38 and 39. So, however, we're on page 21. So I really wish that came next, because page 22 and 23 are your expertise skills. So it takes a little bit to actually get there because you have so much information. And with that being the first step, let's look at our options, 38 to 39. Okay, so here we are. Here's our options. And those are all in the base one. So I personally like iBots. So if you care to, Google the card for the iBots. I want to play an iBot, right? And I'm going to play an iBot. And that's the back, what it looks like. Or the character sheet. Okay, so let's say we selected the iBot that's not there, but you can Google it. Okay, so back to page 21 and 22. Or 20 and 21. Okay. Now, gain the expertise, in starting archetypes in 22 through 23. Okay. Okay. And then the archetype cards can be found on 38 and 39. So you have to keep on flipping to the back section of character creation, essentially, to find that. And that's my only real gripe with this, other than the iBots not included. Like, I absolutely love iBots, and I can't explain it, but they are so iconic to what Fallout is. So you gain expertise skills. You decide on the character's backstory. So my iBot was hacked by a group of raiders and was set to somehow interface with the computer so that way they could get into a base. But there was an institute insurgency within the base, so my iBot was liberated because it is a form of tech, and this group of institute individuals know their synths, and because they know their synths, they don't like people because they were hunted by people, so they managed to free me and recode me with everything I learned. And that's my backstory. And they're like, I'm helping them out, they're helping me out. Add 2 gifts, add 2 scars, spend 5 XP on the archetype card. You have to buy at least 1 perk with XP, but it can't be an attribute increasing perk. At least 1 specialty must be bought. Each expertise skill may be bought only once, in addition to any free expertise skills on the card. Place the archetype or unit card on the character mat and fill in the spaces in the health tracks greater than the character's full health. If the attribute is 5 or less, increase it to 6. If it is 6, increase it to 7. But that doesn't alter the attribute that the health is based on. If the archetype or unit card has super mutant written, write that because it's affected by super mutant traits. If it's got the robot type icon, it's affected by the robot type traits. So really 8 and 9 is 1 step depending on what you're affected by. And step 10, spend 100 caps on equipment. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. And I really like the iconography because it feels a lot more like the game. That if you love Fallout, you love it because of what it is, regardless of the mini bugs. So this uses a D12 system, as you can see here. And the cool thing about that is not much, really. You're going to need a black, a green, a yellow, and a blue. They don't really spell out their functions necessarily. But over here, I'm not sure, but I believe these are the 6 different faces of the black. And then these are the faces of the blue. But since they're D12, I'm not sure if there are more blanks or their other functions. So that is something I would have to see the actual game for, or more of the dice. But I do intend on getting it. And then this is really cool because, I mean, it's kind of easy to follow. You have various skills that are instantly useful, and the iconography is just there, and it works. So you can just do it at a glance. Rules of play. Okay, and then there's the 20-sided dice with 2 to 10 and other faces, bear icons. Okay, so you need a custom D20 to play this as well. And therein lies sort of the issue. Okay, here we are. This is an indication of the dice. And there's a lot of stuff. Okay. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You can't really make much out of this. What's going on? There's this X with a cog, but I'm not seeing what that means necessarily. So you definitely need the Wasteland Warfare game, because otherwise you're gonna have to do something that was unintended for this game, but that might be fun as well. So regardless, this still might be a useful tool if you want to do a Fallout style game, because of the way it functions, and you can see how the skill system works. I mean, it's neat. And they have this measurement system here. Orange is like short range, yellow, and you can see the range system they got going on there. And then feet, so 2 meters, and then that's 4 meters, 6 meters, 8 meters, 10 meters, and 12 meters. Feet to meters. I mean, I prefer meters because it keeps the numbers down and more reasonable. And this is cool. So the damage is the black die. And then you kind of see how grenade throws work. I really like how quickly the rules are to reference in this. The section number, like, more RPGs need to utilize this, because this is the page number followed by the section number, and then it's very user friendly. And that is because of the way it's designed. It just... Other games use way too many words to describe how to fix an injured arm, specifically. And let's see. 1, 2, 3 sentences, small paragraph for that. Injured leg. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3 sentences is perfect for a rule. It's not too much. Like, if you have 5 sentences, like, that's more than a quick thought, because then you got to check if there's any contradictions or anything. And as always, specific Bates journal. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at all that cool stuff. So overall, I am excited about this. I can't wait to play it. And I am probably going to end up buying the Wasteland Warfare game, depending on the price. If I can get it on a discount, it's a guarantee. But I need to check the prices, and I need to check availability. But overall, I like what I'm seeing from this product. I'm going to play an iBot in Seattle, and I need to find somebody willing to run the game because I want to play Fallout the way I want to play Fallout. All right, Cavern 1 out.